All right, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another episode of Speedruns From the Crypt, your bi-weekly horror hotfix. Hope you are all, doing good today. Before we do begin today, just for a couple of our GDQ announcements, the happenings, all that jazz. Awesome Games Done Quick will be live in Pittsburgh at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 from January 4th to the 10th. If you'd like to help out volunteering for the event, you can submit applications by October 5th. If you'd like to attend, registration is also open. You can experience the event in person, and you can upgrade to a foil badge by November 1st. You can visit gdq.gg for more information. As well, if you ever want to know what's happening with Hotfix stuff, you can check out the website at gdq.gg/Hotfix for the full seasons and episodes and really what's going on with the shows. Anyway, the plan for this week is there's been a lot of buzz in the world of Japanese horror. I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of the announcements if you're a horror fan. Plenty of stuff coming around. So I thought we would take a look at some classic Japanese horror games before we dive into a lot of, let's say, new stuff coming around. Because, there's been a lot of big releases as of lately and stuff to be announced. Just in general today, kind of give you a general outlook. We're going to be having Siren and Fatal Frame 2. Both are pretty cool games, and we'll be learning more about those in a moment. But we'll be starting things off with the original Siren any percent with Casual Speedrun. Take it away.
Hello everybody, I am Casual Speedrun. It is so good to see all of you GDQ gamers again. Hello. I've got Matt joining me on commentary.
Hello. I don't actually run this game, but I'm here for moral support. And for the banter, of course.
Of course. All right, so Dice has laid it out pretty good right there. Siren is a 2003 horror game set in Japan. In Keiichiro Toyama's own words, it is a very distinctly Japanese video game. He is the maker of the original Silent Hill, so if this looks a little Silent Hill coded, you're actually right. It definitely is. Let's see, Siren any percent. So we will actually not be fighting the final boss. We will be getting the quote-unquote bad ending, or possibly even ambiguous ending, where one survivor, well, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but we'll see at the end, one survivor, only one, makes it out of the underworld and is able to escape back to the real world. Time is going to start when I select new game in 3, 2, 1. Let's Siren. All right, so right here, you're going to see a big Excel spreadsheet with all of the different levels and all the characters. All of the characters are organized horizontally. All of the times are actually organized vertically. And sometimes you will have a correspondence, an interaction between a character and a time, and that is a level or a movie. Cinematics in this game are awesome. We won't be watching any, except for like the very last one, the ending cutscene, of course, because it's awesome. But yeah, this game has fantastic cinematics, kind of ahead of its time, honestly. The game itself looks pretty good as well, I think. We love Siren.
Are you surprised? I've still never played it.
I am surprised. Then again, I mean, you have suggested to me a lot of games that I have also still never played.
Like Blade 2?
Yeah. I haven't played Blade or Blade 2. I haven't played Legacy of Kain. I haven't played Resident Evil 6.
Or 8.
Or 8. I will be doing both of those things soon.
I do have Siren. I will play it eventually.
Nice. I highly recommend the Japanese version if it's an option. As you will all see, we are playing on the Japanese version of the game. The advantage of this is pretty minute, honestly. The biggest advantage is if you look on my controller, I'm playing on a PS3, so I'm using a DualShock 4 controller plugged in right now. As you can see, to do a lot of actions, you need to press the triangle button and enter like an action menu. Okay, things like opening a door, you don't need to do that. Things like locking a door, you do need to do that. Things like unlocking a door, things like picking up an item. Okay. What you just saw is the sight jack mechanic in the game. Probably the most unique thing about Siren. The lore itself is pretty unique and kind of like hard to somersault through. It's like it's a lot. But I would say the most unique thing is definitely the ability to see through the eyes of NPCs. Not like this. We actually do that in an unintended way in any percent to skip getting text on the screen. Like right there, we would have had to match through a bunch of text, and we don't want to have to do that. It stops everything. Even the rain stops falling. So we just go ahead and enter the site jack because text cannot appear on screen when you have site jack open. So what I was saying before is we press triangle to open the action button, and the best thing about the Japanese version is you can roll triangle into circle. Your thumb, it's like one swift movement going from triangle to circle on a PlayStation controller, as opposed to like triangle to X, because X is the action button in the US version. There we go. That one is actually, it's also slightly faster, this line right here in Japanese, that one that she just said. It's actually so fast that the text comes up before she's even finished with the sentence. So you really have to like preempt that. It's not as fast in the English version, but I would say this whole entire level is only like a second and a half, 2 seconds faster in Japanese, something like that. It's pretty minute. I just prefer it because of triangle to circle versus triangle to X. One more right here. She's telling us to turn our flashlight off. That's the faster of the two dialogues that you can get there. See, that's why we actually keep our flashlight on up until that point. I'm gonna take 2 little steps over here, turn around, 1 more sight jack, and pick her up.
How much time does skipping those text boxes actually save?
Probably like 15 seconds on this level. It's only here in this level because the game is like teaching you how to play the game, and we've already played the game. I have, according to my splits, I've finished 49 runs just on my splits, and I've done a lot of marathon runs of Siren as well, so probably like 60, 70, something like that. So we've played Siren before, so we don't need to listen to Hisako's instructions. She's actually one of the sus gamers. She's actually trying to just move all of the main characters into position to unlock what she's trying to accomplish, which is a deepening of the end of this world where we're trapped. To resurrect the sushi god, bring him back to his former glory, and finally have salvation. Yeah, the lore of Siren is always kind of, it's tough to get into because it's like, this is the stuff of like a multiple hour YouTube video is where you could like expect a full proper breakdown of Siren. It suffices to say, we've got nothing but running on this next level upcoming. So I'll just explain the lore a little bit. Basically, all of the people who you play as are either residents of this village called Hanyuda. They are either residents or they have just happened to stumble into the village at just the right moment to get caught and unfortunately trapped forever, except for one lucky winner at the end. One lucky winner gets to walk away. But everyone else is trapped forever as a result of a curse placed upon this village. Stick with me here. So an alien god fell from the sky. A bunch of villagers, like 1,000 years ago, just kind of assumed, oh, free sushi, because obviously, right? And they started eating the dying alien god, and the alien god let out a giant shriek, and it sounded to me like me when I stubbed my toe, and it cursed everybody in that village, in that location, forever, including one survivor named Hisako. That's the same lady who was teaching us the tutorial earlier. Yes, she is cursed with eternal life. She actually lives so long. If you read all the archive items, you'll learn that she actually is alive so long that she, for the majority of that time, actually forgets who she is. She forgets who she originally was, how she came to be in this state, all of that, and kind of in the course of the events of this game is like remembering. She's actually visited by her past self in a very bizarre cutscene. That's something you'll have to check out 100% to see that cutscene. So what we've got
it's
here
funny,
is,
I've watched you play this game so many times and I still have no idea what's going on.
Fair. I mean, you can
even in the story. That's true.
So what we've got here is probably my least favorite. I'm blanking on the term for this when you have a person with you. Not a follow
escort
quest.
Mission.
Escort mission. Yes.
I love those.
My least favorite escort mission ever, possibly, because Miyako here is actually blind. She's using the sight jack mechanic right now to see through your eyes. The trick is you actually want to look at her as little as possible. You want to just count her steps, listen very carefully, count her steps, count your steps, Listen to her breathing as well, because if she starts to run out of stamina, you got to fix that. It's a lot. This is actually, even though we're only like 7 minutes in, this is actually one of the hardest levels in the game for sure. I mean, to actually like get to do it perfectly, it is definitely one of the hardest levels in the game. Just to get through it, it's not that hard, but to do it perfectly, like skipping fighting this guy here, let's see if we can. Okay, she's running. Let's go. Very nice. Oh, she's sprinting, dude. She's a champ. I can hear her still running. She's right there, dude. Yes, actually great Miyako right now. Come on now. Okay, she's actually running. Yo, this is awesome.
So a lot of her movements are random.
There is a... It's like the ancient speedrunner meme, right? It's RNG, but it's not really RNG, but it kind of feels like RNG. You know what I mean? It feels like you're doing the same thing, but the outcome is different. It's just one of those things. Miyako. There could be some RNG to it. I'm actually not sure. Oh, she faked me out. That's okay. We were able to skip the other two enemies earlier in the level, so we had our first combat in the game right there. Pretty decent. Yo, PB pace, guys. Okay, now we have our first example of Rifle Grandpa, everybody's favorite character, Rifle Grandpa. So named because he's ancient gamer with a rifle. We don't actually use the rifle right now. Actually, I will shoot one guy just for safety. We don't have to.
I did have a question.
Yeah.
When I was preparing for this. So you do a lot of skips, even if they don't look like them. I was wondering how much time all of that actually saves if you were to not do them.
A lot.
If any percent didn't have them, how long would it be, do you think?
Just to give you an idea, so just one of the skips, the Tabori skip, saves like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one with the door, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll be showing that off in about 20 minutes from now. Okay. You might have noticed that when I jumped down back there, that guy, instead of swinging at me, he decided to just give up and yell, much like me when I was a kid. That's because we're out of range of his striking distance. And if you are still out of range after an enemy has spotted you and they've walked approximately 5 steps, it kind of differs depending on the type of Shibito, because not all of them are like upright walking humans, humanoids. Some of them are like crawling around on the walls, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, so they'll take about 5 steps, and if you're still out of striking range, they will just simply give up and yell. We use that to our advantage right there. If you drop down at the start of this level just right, you'll actually be able to just get right by. And we count on that, of course. You can dodge the bullet there. I know I saw Super Ultras here in the chat. I know he's shaking his head because I didn't do the bullet dodge. I was joking about it last night that I was going to do the bullet dodge on Hotfix, but nah. We don't need to see that level again, which is it's like a coin toss if you make it or not. It is literally dodging a bullet.
It's actually insane how much like intricacies are in this one, like tiny little details that you wouldn't even notice if you were just watching the run.
Exactly. It doesn't look like it, right? There's actually so much to it, though.
To me, if I was watching like the run without knowing anything about it, I would think, oh, this looks like a really easy speedrun to learn. But it really isn't. Really isn't.
It's really easy, guys. You should all come learn Siren. I will personally, I would be happy to help.
I'm not selling it highly.
Look how easy that was. See how easy this level was? This is a really good example of that, actually. Like, this is actually kind of hard to learn how to do. Once you know how to do it, it's like the easiest thing in the world. Not easy to learn, for sure. Yeah, Siren is just like that. I mean, Siren, for those of you who have played Siren casually, you'll know Siren's not exactly the easiest game in the world. This is one of the harder games of the PlayStation 2 generation. It's not forgiving. The checkpoints aren't even real. Like, I'm still messed up. I still have trauma over the checkpoints, dude, because if you're trying to collect the archive items, such as in a 100% run, your checkpoints don't actually count. You don't retain your archive items. We're gonna yell right here. That's gonna cause this lady to take a few steps, and she's gonna yell. And then we're gonna get up here and possibly have to yell so that we can get another gamer to yell. There's a lot of yelling in the Siren speedrun. Oh, nope, we don't have to yell. We had timed it. Perfect. Lady of the shovel, what is your wisdom? Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. So we're going to try to shout push past this guy. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to open the triangle menu and push him to the side by using the shout. What happens is you actually raise your left arm a little bit and it literally like pushes. If you wedge in between a wall and an enemy, you can actually push them a tiny bit. We'll be using that on the next level as well. I'm going to try to go for kind of a risky strat here. This is like the king of is... Oh, I didn't get it. I got the circle button meme. I'll try one more time. There's like a 2-frame window where it's, I'll explain it after I get through. Let me focus. Okay, there we go. This is like the peak of looks super easy. What's the big deal, casual? But it's actually like really, really hard to do because you can't run straight towards him. You can't run straight towards the wall. You have to run like a perfect line, a perfect curve to fake him out so that he starts to acquire you as a target, drops his rifle, and then picks it up again just in time for you to hit him. We're going to be doing a shout push right here too. After we bait 5 shots. You may have noticed earlier we tanked a 5th shot after baiting 4 shots. We tanked the 5th one to the face. Can't do that here. No reason to anyway. It would just slow us down even if we could survive it, which we can't. Risa actually has the least amount of health out of anyone in the game.
I was actually going to bring that up about health. So isn't like most of the characters die in like 2 shots?
A bullet plus anything else is almost always a kill. Interestingly enough, the handgun, the handgun gamers actually do more damage. That plus anything is a kill. You will die. Oops, wrong button. A rifle, you can take like, if you give it like 2 or 3 seconds, you can take like a single, like 1 single second of being grabbed damage and you can survive that, but anything more than that, you're gonna die. You do recover health, but it's very slow. Enemies also recover health. Also, enemies not just recover health, but if you knock them down, they get back up, which you won't see very often in the any % speedrun, hopefully, since we're going through the levels really, really quickly. This level is already over. This was actually our first example of a revisit to a level. We just completed the Mission 2 requirement. You'll see Mission 2 right here. If you don't read Japanese, you'll just have to trust me. That's what it says. You saw the little number 2. And we are now doing... We're coming back to this same place at a different time as a different person. So you're seeing the first example of like the cross-level interaction on the same like location, on the same map, I guess. This area is called Arato. And we're now playing as the priest's brother, the doctor. They're twins, actually. No camera meme, thank you. Sometimes what happens is you'll try to hit this guy and you'll actually lock onto the enemy over the wall over there for some reason. I'm pretty sure that happened at SGDQ. It's mostly just comical. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with the backup. Okay, there we go. That's pretty rare that he hits you here. Usually it hits like the post. Okay, we're good to go. At least we were able to save it. I'm gonna wait here actually. Because if I get shot again, I will die. Call her over. He's reloading. Perfect. I'll wait here. Let him look at me. Aim at me. Thank you. She does that. She does like a little bit of a hesitation if anyone shoots. The only escort character, the only escortee who will not do that is actually Yoriko will sometimes not do that. Yoriko is best girl. I will not hear or tolerate any Yoriko slander. Mods, be on alert. Won't have any Yoriko slander during this here run.
It's funny because I watch you run around in this game, walk up to things and then press prompts and it just looks like a whole lot of nothing. Like, I just don't understand what's happening. You just walk to random places, press buttons, and then turn around and go the other way. Because I don't read the text and you're skipping all the cutscenes, it's hard to actually know what's going on.
Well, one thing that just happened, we waited for 4 seconds at the start of this level because there's actually a sniper that's looking down that tunnel at the very start, which is really, really cruel level design, if you ask me. So if you take off running at the start, you will die. We got to shoot both these guys. The rifle controls, by the way, in this game, speaking of like cruel design, the rifle controls in this game are not exactly good. They're terrible. I mean, I'm a Siren super fan. Like in 2023, I went to Tokyo. I mean, I was in Tokyo anyway, like by coincidence. But I went to the 20th anniversary event and everything. Like, I'm a super Siren fan. I will die on the Siren Hill, not Silent Hill, but the Siren Hill. However, I will give the haters one thing, and that is the rifle controls are so jank. They're so bad for no discernible reason. There is no reason.
How do they work?
They just wanted to do their own thing. So the way it works is normally in a shooter, right? You press a button to aim, let's say. You hold a button to aim, and then to move to the left, you just move to the left. In this game, it snaps you back to your original aiming position, if that makes sense. It's terrible.
Oh, so it's like a drag, so you have to hold the stick at a certain position to be able to aim to that one. If you let go of the stick, it'll go back to the center.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've played a game that has that. It is really bad.
I thought Siren was alone. I mean, I just assumed no
it was
one would
recent.
Ever put that in their game.
It was a recent game, and I can't think about what it was. Oh, now that's going to bother me. There was I don't think it was a new game, but it was a game I played recently that had that same mechanic of when you let go, it pings your aim back.
That's terrible.
Oh, Killzone. It's the original Killzone on PS2. When you aim the sniper, it does that.
Really? What year did that come out? Who was unbased first?
4 or 5.
Okay, Siren maybe was unbased first then.
Well, clearly Killzone copied Siren's amazing rifle controls, apparently.
Yeah. All right, so we just, you'll see an example now. We just broke open that gate using the pickaxe we picked up, exited through this gate, opened up a new entrance for this character to come in through that same gate. There is so much of that in Siren. Just one character unlocks a door from within, it enables another character to get in that way. There are also a lot more subtle things than that. There are a lot of things that we don't do in the speedrun that I almost wish we did, but not really. It would be really, really laborious. For example, there's a level where you would actually... Let's get our stamina back. There we go. There's a level where you would actually wet a towel, freeze it, come back later as a different character and use it to like put a piggy bank on top of it. And once it unfreezes, the piggy bank will fall and break. It's ridiculous. it's silly. We love Siren. And then juke this guy. Oh, thanks. Just a, confidence-inspiring pat on the back there. I appreciate it. From the Tunnel Man himself.
So what's the reason you don't play the PS4 version? Obviously, apart from it not being Japanese, unless you can get that. Is there a reason for not using that one?
I don't have a PS4. We're
so that's
on a budget over here. We are rocking a PS3.
Okay, well, would the PS4 version be better in theory?
I think actually not. So we get here. We grabbed here on purpose, by the way, guys. I swear that was actually on purpose. It's so that the sniper who's coming out of this tunnel has time to clear the area, because if that guy yells, the sniper will pause at the entrance here and he will kill you. So we don't want that. So we actually get grabbed on purpose. Or you can just wait for like 3 full beeps of that alarm. The siren. Oh, he said it. He said the name of the game. Yeah, the siren you can hear there. If you wait for 3 full beeps or get grabbed by the guy, it's enough. Right, so the PS4 version, I think because it's an upscaled version, PS4 and PS5, if I'm not mistaken, are actually upscaled, are they not? I think the loads are actually slightly longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are actually some, if you're looking at purely IGT, which for our purposes tonight, I would definitely, I always do it on the PS3 now because of RTA. It's just faster by a few minutes. There are actually advantages to playing on PS2. There are a few enemies that for some reason behave slightly differently on PS3 as opposed to PS2 or emulator. For example, there's actually a very short skip that I found myself recently. It saves about 12 seconds in the auto-scroller level, the notorious little girl auto-scroller level. Okay, let's get a magic bullet here. Nice. One shot, very good. We need to sight jack that enemy, otherwise she becomes very weird. So sight jacking enemies can sometimes change their behavior. Being on PS3 sometimes changes their behavior. Sometimes they just be behaving randomly.
But this game is held together with duct tape, basically.
There's a lot of stuff going on at all times. I actually just found this last night, that if I run off to the side, I already knew that, but I like scienced it out last night. If you run off to the side, Yoriko actually has a cleaner path. But she got stuck somewhere else, so I don't even get to show it off. That's too bad. Oh well. One more little step. There you go. Okay, ammo is actually exact on this level. That's why we don't need any percent to get the magic bullet, the one-shot kill on the very first guy, but you need to not miss. If you miss a single shot, you have to go back to the police car and get ammo. Right now, I'll show it. We'll shoot this character, this Chibito brain 3 times. I'm gonna take off running now. 3, and I've got 1 more. Click. Yeah, if you in 100%, because you actually need to shoot the little shrine that's already open for us. In 100%, you actually need 1 extra bullet. You need a gun with 1 bullet after you've disposed of the brain up there. If you don't, that's GG. Your run's toast. Or you can just retry, but then yeah, you're doing that level again.
I mean, it's not a long level.
Nah, it's not too long. All right, we've got kind of a trick shot coming up here. This guy's going to shoot me, and in retaliation, I will simply give it right back. I'm going to let this branch poke through us, kind of weird, back up until we acquire him. There we go. We make the camera get a little wonky. There's a very slim amount of space that you can occupy there right there if you're looking right at the sniper, where it will like look up just barely enough that you can shoot the sniper there. His head is like, because he has defilade with the rooftop, his head is like barely above that, so you only have like a tiny angle on being able to shoot him. So it's a little tight. I got second shot there, so not too bad. We climb to the top of the fire tower, and we unlock a new level. We are now going to the school.
Do you have to play these levels in order? Or is it like, can you play them in any order you want for a certain degree?
There are no categories where you can play them in any order. In 100% and True End, it's a little different. In any percent, we only do stage select 2 times in the entire run. You don't unlock stage select until pretty late in the any percent run. In 100%, there are a couple different ways you can do it. A couple different orders you can do it, but there is an optimal sequence, and we always obviously just do the optimal sequence.
Yeah.
Because things on one level will affect things on later levels, right? So sometimes you need to do something first before you, even though technically you can finish a level's requirement, sometimes you're just faster doing a different level first in order to make it easier, because like you've created a bridge.
That's a pretty cool mechanic though, to be able to have stuff you do in one level affect another.
True. What's happening right now, we just had the little girl back there, Harumi. Spoiler alert, Harumi is the only one. She's the survivor. She's the lucky winner. Yay, Harumi. Oh, he missed. I hope he shoots again. Okay, we're good. So Harumi is the only one who survives and is able to return to the real world. Everyone else either perishes or is trapped forever. Now, this level is unique because there's a lot of like minor RNG in this run, like a lot of tiny RNGs in this run. There are only 2 levels with major RNG. It's this level and when you revisit it again for mission 2. Let's pray for a team toilet victory. Let's go toilet. Harumi, the little girl, is going to teleport now either to the library or to the toilet. I'm praying for a toilet. Chat, let's see your support for Team Toilet. All right, let's see. What do we got? He's in the classroom. Okay, so he's not in the toilet. That's a good indicator. She might be in the toilet. She is. Cool. Okay, wait. I'm actually on PP pace now because of that. Because this run has gone really well.
Yeah, I'm your lucky charm. Apparently.
I think it was actually the same thing when we did the shots fired offline recording. I was on PB pace for the first like third of the. Wait, she didn't follow. Good one.
Oh, never mind, Rip.
Nice, thanks, Harumi. Anyway, We definitely still a pretty poggin pace, though. I will actually be ahead of PB after this because my PB has, I think, double library. Library just adds 45 to 55 seconds. Or it could be as low as like 40.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like
You could
40 to
lose 2
55.
minutes for no reason.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. You gotta to run Siren at the top level. You have to do everything perfectly, and you have to get you have to get lucky a little bit throughout the run, and then you've got to get super lucky twice per run. Them's the breaks. That's just how it is. Okay, good, he missed.
Yeah, I don't think I could run this game. Sorry, man.
Sniper.
Not
I
for
think
3
that should
minutes.
work. Good, we got the fast door. So that fast door open animation, there are 2 door open animations. If you get the fast one, you're able to do this strat. If you don't, then you will die in the doorway. The difference is enough that he will actually draw and fire while you are still in the doorway. It's not a big difference. It's like a half-second difference, but it's enough that it makes a difference for that guy. And then, yeah, you got to run kind of a bit of a weird little line there, like almost a straight line off to the side of him. If you run directly towards him, he will shoot. He will draw and shoot you, definitely. You have to run to the side, but then curve at the very end, and you'll be okay. Another thing that, like, it looks easy, but it's not. I mean, a lot of things in speedrunning are like that, but I run like 50 different games, and I gotta say, Siren is not only one of the hardest ones, it's also like king of, this doesn't look hard, but it is. And then some things that look hard aren't also at the same time. Some things that look hard actually are not.
I mean, if you were watching this with no commentary whatsoever, I don't think any of the run would look difficult until you actually try and do it.
Until I die. If I die in the run, then it's like, oh, I can see why that's difficult, because there's a sniper shooting at you the whole time, or something like that.
Yeah.
As you may have noticed, we actually stomped out in the hallway. We waited until the guy had just walked through a little bit so that we could get him to hear us, but not see us as we stomped out of the room at the start of the level. That's so that he takes a break from his patrol route, and then when we come downstairs, he has resumed his patrol route enough that he's out of the way, so we can just leave. We can grab this key. This guy's going to burst through the floor and yell, "Surprise!" I'll just show it. Surprise. We'll fight to
So how
the
long
death,
have you
and then leave.
been actually running this game for?
Ooh, years. This was one of my first speed games. I do a retry here because that's the new copium. That's my new copium for this level. So this is the biggest skip in the game. This is the infamous Tabori skip. This is the only, I always joke, it's the only split that matters. That and to Harumi being in the toilet instead of the library are basically the only things that matter, because it's like a given you're going to try your best to do everything perfect, right? You're going to play perfect. It's just, is the game going to let you play? All right, attempt number 1. She swung, not good. What we're trying to do is abuse the last known position mechanic in the game right now to trick this enemy into breaking open. Oh, that looks pretty good. You looked at the door. Yes! Okay, this pace actually just became good.
And you just gotta get the second toilet.
We might get are we gonna get a 33 live on Hotfix tonight? How sick would that be? Super in the chat just joined the 33 club. Congratulations again, Super. 33 IGT, by the way, guys.
Is this the TV section now?
Yes, it is. We are going to watch the lady laugh at the TV because, so this is another example of PS3 specific behavior. First, I haven't tested it on PS4 and PS5. For some reason, Mayumi, the mother, who we will be spectating, there's a skip that I found here that saves about 12 seconds. There's a giant auto scroller right here. Let me explain it a little bit, and then if we have any announcements, we can get to that. But basically, she's going to patrol around the house. She needs to unlock the kitchen. Only she can do it in order for us to get a key so we can go upstairs, unlock a door, and escape. So we need her to get there. There's a skip that I found that saves about 12 seconds of her watching TV. Unfortunately, it's very, very difficult to pull off on PS3 because for some reason, she gets up and spins around and sees you like instantly. I went for it at SGDQ. It loses about 30 seconds if you miss it, which you pretty much always miss it on PS3. It's very hard to not miss it on PS3. But anyway, do we have any announcements while we are watching this auto scroller? I'll throw an announcement out there. We've got, don't forget, guys, GDQ submissions. Don't forget.
Yeah, they're coming up. I can hit. You know what? How about I hit you with a couple here? I got a couple here. I had to unmute all my stuff because usually I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I was eating food.
I thought I had fallen asleep.
What were we munching?
I had like noodles, like Alfredo noodles.
Nice.
But
that sounds
for a
good.
couple of announcements for people to keep up to date. Yeah, we always have the a lot of our socials. If anyone wants to catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, GDQ marathons, you catch it over on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. As well, we have Discord. If you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. You can use !Discord to find out more info on that. But yeah, for GDQ, I know you're mentioning, yeah, I think submissions are open for a few more days. I want to say it's, I think October 5th? Give or take. I could be mistaken on that one, but
I think on the site I saw it was 4th, 11:59 p.m.
I know volunteers are by, I guess, midnight October 5th would make sense when I think about it. Because that'd be like right on the cutoff of October 4th, 5th. I think 4th is probably the last day, maybe. Either way, so the next few days. You got like maybe 3 days. But yeah, I know this part's a bit of a the one good time for announcements part of the run.
Oh yeah, we are finally free.
We're almost done.
Yes, we are finally free of the auto scroller. We just have to wait for her to. She's gonna dare champ at the key, and we're gonna just do our own little jog on down over here and grab that key, and then we're just gonna turn around and run because she's busy chopping vegetables. She's just doing her own thing, man. So we're just gonna let her do her own thing, and we're gonna just run right past Tomoko here, nice and easy. That also looks super easy, but the timing's not. It's also extremely risky, but I'm on a pace right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on a pretty heated pace right now.
So I guess people who are curious, what is the world record for this category?
Ooh, you'll have to look it up. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to focus for this part right here. Okay. We're gonna have to get away from the teacher. Oh no, she's one of the gamers. Yes. We're going to have to get away from her now. This is another thing that is way tighter than it looks. Ooh, I took off too early. So we're literally like an inch outside of her grab radius right now. The significance of that is if she's in range to be tagged, she's out. Like she dies instantly. There is no damage as Harumi. You just die instantly. If you're in range to be attacked, you just die right away. So, so yeah, that skip is understandably pretty tight. As a result, we're gonna have our first stage select right here. That's it. Going back to the school.
So what's the reason you actually go back to the school?
Yes, we're going back to the school right now for mission 2. So please, guys, let's pray for another lovely toilet here. I would love to see the inside of that toilet again right now. But yeah, we don't want to have to run back up here to the library. So this is where Harumi can be. If she's not in the toilet, she will be back up here upstairs in the library. It is a significant time loss, and it is completely random. I have even done a save state in the cutscene where I know for a fact that it triggers because I've tested it a million times. And even coming out of that cutscene with a save state, it's random whether she is in the toilet or the library. We're going to retry checkpoint right here to get our health back because we just got shot. So we have a pixel of health right now. We're hanging on by a thread. Yo, Cave.
Sensei, 何したの?
6101, Cave. All right, Harumi, be in the toilet. That would be, dude, we might PB tonight. How sick would that be? I am 16 seconds real time ahead of my PB right now. I let a short cutscene play as well, so I'm actually a little bit ahead of that IGT. Who knows? Maybe if we get a toilet here, this could possibly be 33 territory, but probably not that low because I'm doing mostly, well, some safety strats anyway. Not mostly, but some. You can believe it's, without the safety strats, Siren's not actually super marathon safe. My heart. Oh my God. He swung. That was some crazy behavior. I've never seen that. I've never seen him swing that early. It's kind of crazy. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, he is right behind me. I can see his flashlight. How did that bonk? Okay. All right, whatever, dude. I was trying to get a look through the eyes of the principal to see where Harumi is. You, the player, will always be a blue cross. Your escortee, oh my God, will always be a green cross. Excuse me, man. I'm not done. We have to come over here and unlock the fire exit from within. Dude, he is right behind me. He is right behind me. Come here. Now he stopped. Okay, dude. We will be teleported back downstairs. That's why we do it this way. Instantly sends us back down, grab the key, and escape the gymnasium. Hopefully Harumi is in the toilet. I did not get a chance to check. I tried to sight jack. It sent me to the wrong enemy. We're going to have to turn and fight. This guy also on mission 2 will always go into the classroom on PS3. That's another PS3 unique behavior that we see in any percent. It's mostly in 100% where we see behaviors like that. Just because the run is longer. There's more stuff you have to do. There's more chances, more enemies that you encounter in total. Oh, we got a library. Bye-bye, PB.
Feels bad, man.
It could still be real. We're gonna have to game. We're gonna have to game extremely hard.
Well, do you remember what you got in your actual PB?
RTA? 51.
Oh no, for the toilets.
I think it was 1 and 1. I got 1 toilet, 1. It was either 1 and 1 or they were both.
Oh wait, it tells you on SRC.
Yeah.
So on the first toilet you got nobody. On the second toilet you got Harumi.
Okay, so nobody means library, Harumi. Nobody just refers to the fact that nobody's in the toilet, of course. Which means that Harumi's, if she's not in the toilet, she's in the library. So, nerd.
So I'm assuming you can get both libraries as well.
You can. Yeah.
That sucks.
That's what I was thinking. My PB before the one that's on SRC right now was double library. Ugh. Goodbye, PB pace. We are now 25 seconds over. That's okay. It's still pretty good pace. I mean, there's nothing I can do about the RNG event.
Just find the value for where they spawn and just make it so it's always the toilet. Easy peasy.
But that's the thing is it's decided within a cutscene, and even when you make a save state in the cutscene, it comes out random still. Like load the save state, sometimes it'll be toilet. Load the save state, sometimes it'll be library. You know what I mean? It's I don't know what is the
but like
generates that.
What you could do, obviously this is me just being theoretical because I'm familiar with stuff like this in Resident Evil Dead Aim with the random key card, but you can there's usually a value specific to determining where it will be, and if you could find that specific value that determines where it is, you can then put it to the value that would be the toilet and lock it so it will never change. So regardless, when you come out of the cutscene, it will still be the toilet. Obviously, without that being community allowed, it would be cheating, but you never know. If someone could figure that out. I probably could, but I don't play this game. But if you could, and then like people wanted it to be not random, if you could find it and make it so it won't be random, then people might allow that, because I know some games will allow fixing RNG if it's really annoying. But you never know.
Shout out RE4 runners. Let's go Del Lago. No. Yeah, I mean, I'm a mod for Siren. I don't know. I guess, like with all things, I generally prefer to just ask the community. You know what I mean? The people who like run the game. I'm always gonna pretty much.
I mean, I'm down to have a look if you wanted me to. If I could find it, then you could make that decision if you wanted it to be a community thing to see if people wanted to allow it or not. But that's if I could find it.
It would have to everyone would have to run on emulator. I mean, I'd be okay with doing that maybe on like the unrestricted category.
You
just
could
because there is
probably-
like an unrestricted category.
Yeah, but you could also just split emulator as well into a separate category. That's down to you.
I had to push that guy out of the way with the door. He died right in the doorway, which is terrible. It's because we shot Squidward upstairs. The Shibito brains, if you incapacitate a Shibito brain on a level, they will actually knock out all of the Shibito on the level. I only took the shot on Squidward up there, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we literally just fought Squidward tentacles and won. I only took the shot on Squidward because it presented itself. Usually we don't actually shoot him on mission 1, only mission 2. We're going to do another stage select right here. And then we actually technically have a third one, but it's just scrolling straight down. There's no like cool little pathfinding in the Excel spreadsheet. Hopefully I actually get the one hitter on this guy because I had to fire 3 times last time. There we go. I'm surprised by how, maybe I shouldn't say. I'm surprised by how well this run has gone so far, honestly, because it's been like, I mean, I feel like I'm playing well, but then also I've not had anything like just grief me or you know, just randomly like explode. And we even got a toilet. We got to show off 1 toilet, 1 library. That's optimal, I think, for a showcase. I'm coping because, I mean, obviously I would have loved to be able to PB tonight. I possibly still can. I know I've got time save in the end game, which we are coming up on the end game.
It's fun to show the terrible RNG at some point.
Yeah. At SGDQ, I got to show off the bad RNG twice. Woohoo! Oh my god, another one, dude. This is so lucky. This is it, my insane pace. That was so lucky. So him getting stuck like that is not super common. Yeah, getting it twice in a row is crazy lucky, honestly. I could still PB even with my current PB has 1 toilet, 1 library, so I could PB again with that because I know I've got more time save in the end game and I'm probably about to gold right here. Oh, I just barely snagged him.
How much time does that save if he gets stuck?
Anywhere from 10 seconds to like 30 if you have to chase him around. Because Squidward takes... So some enemies do have, I guess, a random path. It's not actually like... I don't know if I would really describe it as random, but it changes based on what you do. They like react to you, which is why I would even include the word random in the equation there. It feels random when you're playing it, I guess is a better way to put it. It might be some pre-programmed set of values, but it feels just random. So for him to actually get stuck there feels really good, man. Twice in a row. That's supremely good luck. I'm just gonna run right past this guy. Good, I'm glad I didn't have to do the door again. We have 3 levels left, but don't go away at the end of this run, guys. We have Fatal Frame 2 coming up. I love Fatal Frame 2. I actually just recently saw Maxi reclaim world record in Fatal Frame. That was sick, dude. I mean, that was like, you know, for me popping off for like other people's runs, that was a top 5er for sure. That was sick, because that game is like stupid high in RNG. Worse than Siren for sure. Way worse. Every fight in that game is RNG. So, and I think it's actually the same with Fatal Frame 2. The Fatal Frames have really, really interesting speed runs. So every fight is a boss fight. So be sure to stick around for that, guys. My opinion, what's the best Siren? This one right here, in my opinion. But I think actually all 3 Siren games have a unique claim to fame. Let me focus real quick. We're trying to time with that guy's yell so that this guy... Oh, I just missed it. Let me see if he shoots me. Yeah, okay. Just I'm a handful of frames early. Try that again. Bye, PB. No, it's okay.
I was about to say, is the PB gone now then?
Give it an extra second. The window is pretty short here. You can see like he's lowering his rifle to reload right then because he's lost sight of you for the perfect amount of time to want to stop and reload. We're going to retry checkpoint right here once we see that text so that we can magically teleport Yoriko over here, and that is what makes her best girl. Also, she actually figures out how to escape from this area in mission 2, whereas you are like hopelessly trying to break the thing. She uses a very unique method for breaking down the door. And I swear she actually says, I saw this in a comic book once, so that's some real queen behavior right there. Much approve. Very like. Don't ever quick attack in this area. Trust me, don't do it to yourself, just power attack. Even if it means getting stuck, which we did not. That was actually very lucky that I was able to get by. Gonna have to turn around and pull Yoriko up. Every escortee needs to be pulled up in this game. Yoriko, come over here. You're standing out in the middle. Don't get shot. Okay, there we go. I was about to change my opinion of Yoriko right there for a second, but no, she's good. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, I personally prefer Siren 1 the most. It's the one I played first. I like the movement in the game the most. Oh, just early. There we go. Just early. But all three of the Sirens, in my opinion, have legitimately like equal cases to say that they are the best one. Blood Curse is the most modern. So I would say that resonates with a lot of audiences that would not enjoy Siren and Siren 2, which are a little bit more, they're more like tank control-y. The movement in Blood Curse, or New Translation, the Japanese version of the game, same game. The movement is definitely more modern. Siren 2, the plot is chef's kiss. It's way out there. It might be the strangest plot I've ever seen in a game ever, possibly. It's pretty far out there. I mean, Siren 1, Siren is out there. Blood Curse is out there, but Siren 2 is like really, really strange. Yeah, this guy's a trickster. 2, 3, 4, 5.
You want a hot take?
Sure.
Okay. So I remember you doing that Siren 2 hard 100% playthrough.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually enjoyed Siren 2 more watching you play it than... I think I actually mentioned that to you when you were streaming, that I think I enjoyed 2 more than watching you play 1 at the time. I actually really enjoyed watching you do that. Mainly because you were just getting really angry at that one level that took you like 4 hours to do, and that was funny.
So I died 200, like it was like 205 times or something in that playthrough, and that's not an exaggeration. That literally is how many times I died. Siren 2 on hard is like also just ridiculously like stupid hard. That's like Broken Straight Sword only Dark Souls level. It's like, it's ridiculous because it's Siren plus every enemy has an assault rifle and they take like 4 times more damage than normal to kill. It's like ridiculous.
So it's like the RE5 of Siren, basically.
It is like playing RE5 on Pro. Yeah, you are made of paper, enemies are made of metal, and they all have assault rifles. It's ridiculous. It's way harder than Siren, and that's saying something.
When you gonna run more Siren 2? Let's go.
I actually did start learning the Siren 2 hard run. I don't want to do that, like grind that, until I've done Blood Curse, because I know the run for Blood Curse, but I've never beaten the game in less than an hour. I might be able to off of rip, but it wouldn't be much lower than that. That game also has a lot of like unique movement tech and a very funny glitch involving the little girl. So we're gonna do a little trick here, the wrap. We get him to approach us, and then as he's yelling, we can walk by. But you have a very, very slim window to do that, because if he catches you, it's instant GG. Not GG like we finished the run, GG like you're dead. By the way, we are coming up on time, a little ahead of schedule here. We will be coming up on time in about 1 minute. But yeah, Siren 2 on hard. So I died 205 times or something like that across the course of 100%ing the game on hard. And like 180 of those were split between like 3 levels. Is that bad?
I vaguely remember a boat level, something to do with a boat, and you were dying on that a lot. I remember that. Maybe I'm just misremembering what it actually was, but it looked like a boat. It probably wasn't a boat.
I don't think that any of the Siren games have bad controls. I would say Siren 2 is the only one that you could really make that argument, because it feels a little flighty. All right, also, we're coming up on time, by the way, in about 3, 2, 1, and that's time.
All right,
GG. Underestimate, let's go.
Yeah, way underestimate. Not a PB. I'm like 90% sure that was not a PB, but not a bad run. Let's watch the real prize of Siren, the ending cutscene. Now, this is a subject of much debate between me and Ictisis and generally just Siren fans and Siren Blood Curse fans. Which one is better? Which one is better?
Different moods.
They are. I mean, I think I can actually listen to the Blood Curse song like outside of the context of the game more. And yeah. I would almost say I like the song better, actually.
I agree.
This one's pretty sick as well. Don't forget to hydrate, y'all. So what is happening right now is Kyoya has become a super anime boy and is now destroying all of the creatures in the village. He's using the Flame of Eternity, which we only unlock by playing True End and 100% runs. So you'll have to check out more Siren speedruns if you want to see how he acquires this power. But anyway, that's it. That's Siren, any percent. What was my final time on that? 52:16. Yo, let's go.
It's a good tune.
All right, coming up next, guys, there is Fatal Frame 2. I'm super stoked. I'm just gonna camp. I'm gonna camp the chat and just like watch Fatal Frame because Fatal Frame is one of my favorite franchises next to Siren. Have many similarities. In every good Japanese horror game, of course, you've got to have a folklorist, and the folklorist, of course, makes very prominent appearances in Fatal Frame. As well as us playing as a folklorist in Siren. The professor is a professor of folklore. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching GDQ Hotfix. And don't forget, everybody who is interested in submitting for a GDQ, the submissions are closing in just a couple days, so be sure to get your submissions in, get in on the fun.
Oh, I mean, most importantly, though, if anyone wanted to find you, where can they find you?
Ooh, you can find me on twitch.tv/casualspeedrun, exactly like it's spelled down here underneath me, right there. I'm Casual Speedrun everywhere. YouTube, Discord. In real life, if you see me, you can call me Casual Speedrun if you want. But yeah, I do mostly speedruns as well as some like challenge runs. Right now I'm kind of doing some playthroughs of horror games that I haven't played before, like Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 8, because I've never played them, and Matt is going to like, he's gonna freak out if I don't play it, I think, so. Matt,
I never said always 6 was good. Well, thanks for having me. I mean, I know I don't run the game, but it's always good to chat with you and join you on any of the games you run. So, yeah, thanks for having me on.
And thanks for joining.
And then before we do wrap it on up here, did you check your in-game time?
I'm about to do that right now. Let's go ahead.
Let's see what you got. For anyone who doesn't know, Siren runs are not judged by the real time, but an in-game timer, meaning the advantage of running on any console doesn't really matter too much.
It's gonna be a low 35, I bet. Oh, it's a 36. That's actually really surprising.
Yeah, it was a good run. I think someone said he got a RTA PB?
Technically, yeah, because I think my any percent PB on speedrun.com is on a PS2, so that's not surprising.
Hey, pretty good stuff, though. Pretty good stuff, all things considered.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both once again for that run of Siren. Hopefully you all enjoy that run of Siren. It is a pretty awesome underground Japanese horror game. If you haven't seen it, it's fun to watch. It kind of just blows the mind sometimes. Anyway. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back from the break. Hopefully you all enjoyed that run of Siren by Casual Speedrun. One of my personal favorite games. I always love watching Siren, and, you know, Japanese horror is in the air, so hopefully enjoyed probably a game you may not have even heard of. That being said, if you've been paying attention to the news, you probably heard a thing or two about this upcoming game. Recently, there was an announcement for a Fatal Frame 2 remake. Fatal Frame has been coming back as a franchise. They had the, 4 and 5, I want to say they're remasters on like Steam and everything. People were playing those, and I guess the excitement was enough to warrant another remake of Fatal Frame 2, because believe it or not, there was actually one on the Wii like a while back, but we could probably talk more about that as we go, because we have a long run coming up. We're going to be having Fatal Frame 2 any% with Cloudmark27. Take it away.
Hello there, everybody. As you all heard, my name is Cloudmark27. I love Fatal Frame. This is my favorite horror series, and it is always a huge treat to show off the Fatal Frame 2 run whenever I can. So big shout out to Ek for having me on here, and we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna get to it. Time will start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, so I'm also playing the Xbox version of Fatal Frame 2. So this is the director's cut. There's a couple changes from the PlayStation 2 version. Most notably, there's a new ending. There's new... oh my god. There's new costumes. And there's a new mode, FPS mode. So you can actually play this entire game as an FPS. It's a really cool change of perspective. So if you're used to the third person view of Fatal Frame, it's crazy actually changing it to the first person view. But the run starts pretty much we're going into a creepy village, as you would do. You go play in the forest with your twin, decide, hey, that's a creepy village, let's go into it, as you do. But we're playing as Mio and her sister Mayu. You can see Mayu behind us. She's a little rambunctious at times, and she doesn't behave sometimes, but she's cool. She's cool. You can see her limping a little bit, and that's going to come into play later when we're actually playing as her. But as a kid, she actually fell down a cliff, and like her knee was the opposite way it should have been. So yeah, that's why she's limping. She feels that, and Mio feels a little bit guilty because they were playing, and they're you know how kids are, right? But this game's scary, and as y'all heard earlier, there's gonna be a second remake, Fatal Frame 2 remake, which is coming early next year. Shout out to Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja are bringing us this remake. So we're going to start this. We're going to be following this ghost here, because when you enter a scary village and you enter a scary house in the scary village, the best thing to do is follow the ghosts. But this is like a little tutorial area, time to get us used to like all the mechanics and all the puzzle stuff. So one of the big things of Fatal Frame speedrunning is you have to do certain flags, which will make the game move forward. So like for this, I had to grab her notebook. Cool. Now we're just going to move on back, and we're going to see her again. And this ghost's name, I'm pretty sure, is Miyako. Sometimes I get her confused with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it's Miyako. She was a journalist. Journalist? She was here with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend got lost, and she was like trying to find him. Yeah, they never found each other, and she kind of, turned into a ghost. Also, we're going to be skipping pretty much every single cutscene in here. We got to go fast, and cutscenes aren't fast. All right, so now we have the most unique aspect of Fatal Frame, which is the camera obscura. You won't see this in pretty much any other horror game. It's something very truly special and unique to the Fatal Frame series. Very, very cool. Changing perspectives, mid-game is always an insane task, especially when you consider this game, or the first game even, came out in 2001. Absolutely wonderful. And then those cloth physics. You gotta love it. This game, super ahead of its time. All right, but anyway, we've had enough of this. It's kind of scary. Try to leave. Can't. It's locked. Who would have thought? I see ghosts. And we're going to see another main mechanic of Fatal Frame here. We got to take a picture of this. I don't know, what would you call it? Like a spirit aura locking this door. And that basically says, you got to go here, take a picture of this, and that'll unlock this place. So I'm trying to be very good on the lines that I take in movement. This is an 8-axis movement system. 8, 6, 8. Where basically you choose one of the 8 directions and, you know, we'll just move that way. You can I was kind of trying to show it there, but... And you want to be taking the least amount of distance, right? You want to be as fast as possible. For that, to go back to opening the door, told us to go here. Take a picture of this, and the seal breaks. Yippee! Alright, get out of here. And we'll see another dude here. This camera angle's kind of weird. You can move during some parts where it like locks the camera to focus on a ghost. It wants you to take a picture of that ghost, you know, to get information, you see more stuff. But that was Miyako's boyfriend right there. As you saw him, he's also a ghost, so they didn't have a good time. He's doing a little bad. Sometimes it's kind of hard to like control Mio and you can't see her, so there'll be times where I'm like running into a wall. I don't mean to run into the wall, it's just I can't see Mio, so I can't really tell exactly where she is. All right. One thing cool here, you can auto do the trigger here if you just try to leave. And we're gonna do... There's also a really cool line that you can make. If you do it fast enough, you see how Miyako says, I missed you? If you move fast enough, it'll cut that off, and then Mayu will say, a bed. And I'm like, that's me every Monday, because, you know, get up for work, and I'm like, bed, I miss you. All right. You saw a little bit of stair skating right there. You see that in other horror games, like, obviously, Resident Evil and stuff. But it is pretty prevalent in this. All right, we're just going to grab this film right here, and we're going to equip that. Mayu, please. All right, just a little push, and she got out of the way, so that was pretty nice. Sometimes she'll, like, stonewall you. She'll be like, you're not moving, Mio. You're staying right here. All right, cool. And this is going to get us into our first battle, where Miyako's done messing around, and we're going to hope that she doesn't spawn in the wall. Wonderful. All right, we're going to take a picture of her, and then we're going to immediately run as far away as possible. And we're going to hope that she doesn't spawn in the wall again, but I think she did. Okay, that's fine. Usually want to get a fatal frame right there, but sometimes she just doesn't cooperate in where she spawns. So like here again, she is on the other side of this wall. Not much that we can do. I think she's coming. She's coming. We're gonna let her grab. This will give us a free fatal frame. Cool. Ideally, she doesn't attack Mayu and she goes after Mio because it's a lot easier to get a fatal frame combo there, but it's fine. And you do want to try to get a fatal frame combo on this first one. For one, it gives you more points and an item that we get right here. Not Argonite, but the Spirit Stone. It helps us upgrade our camera. And to upgrade the camera, we need points. And we get points from taking pictures and defeating ghosts and stuff like that. We don't defeat a lot of ghosts in this run. So the ghosts that we do defeat, we have to get a lot of points from. And to get the most points, you have to get a fatal frame. All right, so now we're in a Mayu section. Mayu is being, we'll say, spirited away here. She gives also like a path that Mio's gonna follow her. And you can see her limp from earlier. This is where she did injure her leg, and you know, as a kid, and it just stuck with her. But she's gonna be following the crimson butterflies. A huge motif in this game, butterflies. All right, so now Mio knows where to go.
Mayu.
Don't worry, Mayu, I'm coming for you. Whee! how cool would it be to be able to stair skate IRL? I live on the 3rd floor, right? I live in the 3rd floor of my apartment. And do you know how cool it would be to stair skate up? That'd be so sick.
I was about to say, you said up, but technically you can stair skate down. It just, you can only do it once.
That's very true.
You only really can do it the one time.
Yeah, my stairs are like stone or so. I don't know, but it would be bad if you did that. But yeah.
Oh, especially like, people underestimate falling downstairs. Be very careful.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. All right, so Mio's a very good sister. She's like, Mayu, come on, girl. So we're running after, you got to take care of your younger sibling. I have plenty of younger siblings. I know exactly how she feels. You just got to do it. All right, cool. We're gonna skip that. Turns out this place is locked. The ghosts were like, "You're not following her. You got to go get some keys." And I call these keys the Twinkies because they are twin keys. We have fun. We have fun speedrunning Fatal Frame. All right, but we got to go find those. But the game still needs to tell us one thing. The game needs to be like, yo, if you ever get stuck, we're going to give you a little bit of a lifeline. What you got to do, you got to follow the crimson butterflies. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make our way over there. Come over here. What these crimson butterflies are going to do is they're going to lead us to a character called Itsuki. He is like the... I don't know. He gives you clues about where you got to go and what you got to do. He was a twin that took part in the ritual that's going on. We'll talk about that ritual later. But it kind of messed him up. He's not doing good. You can see right now he has white hair. It's from Marie Antoinette syndrome, I think is the name. We're just going to skip what he says. But basically he's like,
if you can't find
the way, come to me.
Come and find me. I may be able to.
Yeah, poor dude. He just wants to help us. But we don't got time to talk right now, Itsuki. We got twin keys to find. A lot of the first part of this game, well, a lot of this game is actually having clean movement lines. You don't want to get stuck on buildings. You don't want to be running into corners. You want to be taking tight turns. And honestly, sometimes Mio, she just decides to spin. You'll be moving one way, and then she'll be like, you know what? Time to spin. And then she'll just spin. And you're like, okay. But hopefully that doesn't happen. It's usually when you see these camera changes, if you have your hand on the control stick and you move it in like a slight way at exactly when the camera changes, that's what causes her to spin. But thankfully, all you got to do is actually press X. I'm on an Xbox controller, like I said, I'm playing an Xbox version, to run, or square would be on PlayStation. There's one of the twin keys. So usually the control stick is just there for adjustments. Oh, see, like I tried to adjust to not hit that torch looking thing, but I failed, which is okay. All right, we got one. Now we got to go to the other one. We're looking for these gravestones, and gravestones with the crimson butterflies on them. Those are the ones that we're going to find. Just to really hammer in that crimson butterflies are like, hey, follow these things. They got your back. All right, that cutscene was just showing like ghost villagers. And they pop up every so often. It's a random encounter. There are some static encounters, like we're going to come up to a static encounter right now. But then through the game, like sometimes they'll just appear. They'll just be like, what's up? How's it going? All right, so we're going to go right down this area right here. And you're going to see the crimson butterflies over there? That's exactly where we're going to go. And this is one of the static encounters. It's going to spawn 3 ghosts, 1 in front of us and 2 behind us. We don't have to worry about the 1 in front of us. He's whatever. These 2 behind us, we got to dodge them. How are we going to dodge them? We're going to hug the wall. Excuse me. They're not very fast. They're just happy to be here. Not very fast. They're just happy to be here. If you do just run into them, they will grab you. That's why we hug the wall right there. But their horizontal movement, pretty bad. Pretty not good. Really easy to, break their ankles. But now that we have both twin keys, we're off to open the store. We're off to get Mayu. And in this upcoming area, there's actually a special ghost known as the Bridge Ghost. She also she's not a permanent ghost. She has a chance to spawn. She has a chance to not spawn. If she spawns, she blesses the run, which is always good for us. If she doesn't, then the run is cursed. And we're going to have to deal with that. But I have a couple chances because we're going to be running across this bridge a couple times. And we're going to see, is this run going to be blessed or is this run going to be cursed? You can hear her crying right now. That doesn't mean she spawned. She's just crying. She's chilling. But like I said, we have a couple times. All right, that goes right there. That's Sai. This game, it starts with a pair of twins, Sai and Yae. They are supposed to perform the ritual, but Yae runs away. And Yae actually runs away to the Himuro Manor, which, if y'all don't know, that is the setting for Fatal Frame 1. And she got in the Himuro Manor. So, mission failed successfully on her part, I guess. Because she did escape this part, but that's not good. But what's happening right now is they're trying to put Mio and Mayu in place of Sai and Yae. We don't want that. We don't want Mayu to be sacrificed. So we need to go get her. All right, this is good. This gives us basically a monitor of when fatal frames are going to occur. It's like a little blinky that'll be like, if you shoot now, you're going to get a fatal frame. Which is what we want. You can go and just do regular shots and whatever against these ghosts, but it'll take you forever to kill them. Regular shots don't do any damage. This game really rewards reactivity. Not a lot of horror games do that in general. A lot of horror games, you want to be the first one to attack, the first one to do anything, the first one to have good distance, plan out your stuff. You don't want to be reactive, because if you're reactive, they're already on you and whatever. But Fatal Frame does want you to be reactive to the ghost movement. So this guy right here, he's cool. We're going to get a Fatal Frame on him. Come on, buddy. So you get 1, 2, 3. All right, we're not going to kill him. I just need points, and that guy's a free, easy Fatal Frame to get. But to get a Fatal Frame, like I was saying, for reactivity, Fatal Frames happen right before they unleash their attack. That's when they're most vulnerable, is right before they unleash an attack. And that gives you big damage, that gives you big points. And it is very good in general. That's what we're going to be doing for pretty much every ghost. Mio. There we go. So that is the Kusabi right there. Part of the ritual is taking in an outsider and turning them into the Kusabi, which is that. Oh man, that is a hard stair skate to get because when you start it, the camera is in not a good position. Whew. Also, if you notice, I can actually interact with doors way before I get to them. Let's see if I can show it on this one. But you have to take a very specific line. So see, I was not anywhere close to it. And you want to be as far as possible and interact with the door. It saves, barely anything, but you open a lot of doors in this game. You open a ton of doors. So if you can, save it over the course, cool, of the game, it saves quite a bit of time. All right, cool. Just like that first area, we got another place to go. And this is actually, honestly, one of the hardest fights in this run. You barely have anything, and you fight 2 ghosts in a very small room. So we're gonna hope that they behave, because they have not been behaving while I was practicing for this. And before that, we are going to just upgrade our camera right there. And yeah, they're it is a very it's a tough fight, just because you're very weak. You're very weak right now. There's 2 ghosts. It's a very tiny room. But we're gonna see how we do. And before that, we got to get past the Kusabi. All right, cool. So whenever the camera or the game turns black and white, that means if you get touched, you're dead. It doesn't matter. You're dead. So we hug this part. Kusabi, stay away from us. We don't want to deal with that. We're out of here. That's scary. You do your thing. You know, let me do my thing. Cool. And we still want to be hugging all the walls here. Oh. We'll see him again right here. Ah. I like her little jump back freak out right there. It's always fun. But yeah, Kusabi's big. He's big scary. He'll be our final boss for this. He's not the actual true final boss in this game, but he'll be the final boss for this run. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna make this guy immediately fatal frame, and we're gonna hope Armless Girl is nice to us. She's not nice to us. Okay, that is fine. We're gonna do one more fatal frame on this guy because I need more points. And then we are going to switch to 90. We're gonna put function power up into sense. Oops. She's not this way. Where is she? She is this way. Ah. Alright, I was a little too early on that one, so I only got a 0 shot. Alright, so she should die in one more. Cool. Cool. That was a really good fight. Okay, that was actually, besides that first hit, that actually went super well. Okay. So we're gonna get another one of these. We actually have to use this right now. I should have waited to change, but that's okay. So that lens I picked up earlier is called Blast. Blast will increase, it's like a super shot. You have to gain spirit power. You gain spirit power by taking shots. And with that spirit power, it like empowers your next shot. It's basically like a supercharge. But we need to upgrade it once for right now. Because what it does is once you upgrade it to once, not only does it give you a supercharge, it also grants a slow effect on the ghost. And we need that coming up for this ghost that we're about to fight. Sorry, Kusabi's scary, so I had to make sure he wasn't going to get me. All right, cool. He's good. All right, so we needed that to get the key to open this door coming up. Oh, messed up the stair skating. So to do the stair skating, you basically just, wow, I messed it up again. You basically just spam the run button, but you can't just like super spam it. It has to be in like a sort of cadence. Also, if you do it too early, you just fail and you do what I did. But that's okay. Or she'll just like stop motion go up the stairs. It's actually kind of funny to see. All right, cool. So now we're gonna go get Mayu again. Just gonna go back over here, and we're actually gonna get a preview of the next ghost that we're gonna fight. She's gonna be lying here. She's chilling. It's always funny. I don't know. She's just like, "Hey, how's it going? I'll see you in a bit." I was like, "Okay, ghost, we'll see you in a bit." All right, cool. All right, now we got Mayu again. Mayu, we got to get out of here. We're done here. No more being here. But lo and behold, the door's locked. We're not going to check that the door's locked. We just know that it's locked. All right, cool. So we're going to fight her. She is actually one of the harder ghosts to get. But we're going to go right up close to her. If you time that just right, you get the fatal frame. And the blast will make it so... Nice. Make it so it's really easy to follow up. Nice. Okay. That was a perfect fight. That first fatal frame, she baits you with that first zero shot that I got to kill her. But if you're quick enough and you anticipate it, you can actually get her. So that is exactly what we needed. Mio. All right. This is hard because my D-pad does not cooperate sometimes. This is a 20-year-old controller.
Also, wait a minute. You said this is like a Xbox version, right?
Yeah, this is the Xbox version.
Are you wielding the Duke?
No, I'm playing on my 360.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing on my special edition Resident Evil 5 Xbox 360.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
This controller is 20 years old, so sometimes it needs a little help.
Actually, is this game backwards compatible going up to the only to 360 or
only to
is there,
360?
the bone?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, because I have the series. No, I only have the digital series, but I have the Xbone, and it won't recognize this game, sadly.
Gotcha.
It's actually with the PlayStation, you can play this on PS3. Buy this on the PSN store. PS3, you can do it right now. It's $10. But you can't play it on PS4.
PS5, I think.
I would love if it was on PS5.
I know Siren is, but I don't know if they do Fatal Frame yet.
Yeah, no Fatal Frame that I've seen. I pray for it every single day. For classics, I think October would have been a great month to put it, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, I suppose for just to fill people in who may not know, maybe you don't know the era, but the old Xbox, like the original one, was a giant console and everything on it was huge. Mm-hmm. And it has probably the largest modern controller called the Duke. And it was just massive. It was just a giant controller.
It is humongous.
Like, it's worth looking it up if you haven't seen it. It's big.
Yeah, it has the good old black and white button, which is they got rid of those so fast.
Does this game use the black and white buttons?
It does to zoom in and zoom out on New Game Plus.
Only New Game Plus, huh?
Yeah. So good old black. I actually don't even know what it is on the 360 controller, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I played one game that I think utilized it, and I don't even remember what it was.
It's so crazy that was a thing. All right, this little guy, we need him to appear. Go for it. He's gonna throw down a ball. We need that, but first we need to open this door over here. It'll just open when you do that. We're gonna grab this. Oh, Mayu, get out of the way. All right, she actually wasn't too in the way there. So sometimes, like I said, Mayu will body block you so hard, but she's been pretty good so far. She's chilling. All right, cool. So we needed to get the key in there. Excuse me, Mayu. Just like that. And I feel bad because like you push her out of the way, and it's like she's scared. You know, her knees hurt, and you're just like, get out of the way, Mayu. She's like, ah, but she should get out of the way. We're just gonna follow ghosts again because when in doubt, follow the scary ghosts. Except that one, he was running through a wall. He's a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing. All right, this is a little bit of weird movement because the camera angle is weird. But basically, we have to get some ghosts to spawn, and we're gonna run back. So, okay, perfect. That's hard to get. Whew. I do really like the 360 controller. I think it has always been a good hand feel. So I don't mind running on 360. I actually think it's better than my PS3 controller. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the unseen staircase. Let's see if I can get it.
Let's see.
Okay, sick, I got it. So basically you have to do the stair skating while the camera's locked onto that priest dude there. And it's really hard to know when to turn because there's two sets of stairs. They're perpendicular to each other. But we did pretty good right there. Yay. All right, so now we're basically going through the steps of the ritual, which is bad. We don't want to do the ritual, but this is the only way to move forward. We got to do the ritual.
I wonder if this will open if stepped on.
So we got to use our twin powers of pushing down 2 steps or 2 buttons at the same time. So Mayu's just going to chill right there. Honestly, Mayu gets kind of rude right here because she's like, hurry up, Mio. And it's like, okay, Mayu, let's chill out a little bit, girl. We're doing our best here. Let's see. I think that's right here. I could be wrong.
Please come here.
Oh, no, yep, right there.
Hurry.
Look at that. What do you mean, hurry? We're in this predicament because of you.
Together always.
So she is being kind of like semi-possessed by Sae, and that's like really bringing out like the bad dark feelings in there.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we got that key. We need another key. It's another set of twin keys, but these are the shadow and light keys. So I don't have a clever name for them. I just call them the other keys. All right, now we got to go the other way because we got to get one more key, but we have no idea where that other key is. So we got to find some ghosts and they got to tell us where that is. Whee! Oh, okay. So there's the spin. There's our first spin of the run. Okay, you see that item right there? Don't ever get that item. It just spawns a ghost and it's not worth it. Also for this, you want to walk up right here. At least halfway? Oh, maybe I didn't do enough. Because it'll have Mayu start jogging to catch up to Mio. Because we have to wait for her right there. That's like a little trick. It's kind of like precise on when you have to, keep walking. Oh, nice. That was really good. So I didn't see it, but she did run up. It usually takes her way longer to get up there.
I'll stay here.
Yep. I like these little doors. They're cool. Yeah, you saw another spin. I tell you, sometimes they just get there. Okay, so we hear Ryokan is the ghost that's talking about this. He's the one who hid the keys. Ryokan is like the head priest here. He's the one who made the kusabi and like does the ritual. Ryokan's family name is also Kurosawa, which if you play any of the other games, there's quite a couple Kurosawas in this game, in this series. I don't know if there's any relation to Rei, who's the main character of Fatal Frame 3, or Hisoka, who's a side character in Fatal Frame 5. But maybe. Perhaps. Because there's also Mio and Mayu are related to Kunihiko Aso. Oh my goodness, another... Mio, chill, girl. Okay, there we go. Who is basically the dude who made the camera obscura. And Yu, who's Rei's fiance in Fatal Frame 3, is also related to Kunihiko Aso. So there's a lot of family ties. So we have to wait for him to actually say these things. Because I think if you just go into here, a ghost spawns. And we don't want that. We don't want to fight anybody. So we're just gonna do that.
Everyone's dead.
Do that. We're gonna get all of these. We gotta do a little puzzle here. All right, so we're just gonna place them where they need to go. 1, 2, 5. Cool. All right, now this will give us the light key. Now we can get out of here. Spin. should have a spin counter because... All right, hopefully this guy goes after us. He does. Nice. Okay, cool. That guy will either attack you or Mayu. If he attacks Mayu, Mio will actually pause for a second because, you know, Mayu's getting hurt in the game's like, yo, go protect your sister. Yeah, no, she's fine. Mayu's just gonna chill up there, but we don't have to worry because whenever we go to a door that like leads to a new area, she'll just spawn next to us. Please don't attack me. Please. Nice. Cool. See? So she spawned right next to us. Sometimes that ghost will attack you, sometimes he won't. She's fine, see?
Come to this. We should have done the ritual.
Alright, cool.
I knew.
Now we're gonna go into this jail-like area, which definitely isn't gonna lock us in any way. We're gonna be fine. We're just gonna go right out. First, I need this nighty film, because if I don't get that nighty film, we're in trouble later. All right, Mayu, let's get out of here. Oh, no. So we got out, but Mayu was too slow, and she didn't get out. Yep. Okay, so now we have to go get the key to get her out. And that's back at the very first building, the Osaka house. This place is split up into like four houses. And we're going to be going to all of them like through the game. That's the Osaka house. What are the other houses' names? There's the Tsuchihara house, the Kiryu house, Osaka house. I don't remember the other one. I don't. Oh yeah, there's Sadako right there. I always love that. She just comes out of the well. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go back to the beginning. And we're going to see if Bridge Ghost is going to bless this run. Let's see. Bridge Ghost. Bridge Ghost. Come on, Bridge Ghost. She's a little shy sometimes, so let's not pressure her or anything, okay? All right, once we go to the Osaka house, we just have a couple things to pick up. I heard her, but she decided not to show up. That's okay. That is okay. We still got a couple chances. Oh, there she is. She spawned. She just waited for us to leave a little more. You can kind of hear like bubbles all around you when she spawns. Blast run. Blast run. All right, so now we got to go talk to Itsuki once again. He's just gonna be like, back to the Osaka house. I'm like, I already knew that, buddy. I already knew that. But sometimes he just wants to be included, and that's okay. All right, so we're gonna follow Scary Ghost again. There's Sae. She is the true main enemy, or main like ultimate final boss of this game. You can only fight her in the hard difficulty or above, so hard or nightmare. And do you have to? No, you don't have to be on New Game Plus. I think you just have to be on hard or nightmare.
If it was to come to this.
And you fight her after you fight the Kusabi. But for us, we're only doing this on normal, so we're only gonna fight the Kusabi. All right, Itsuki, what's up? What's up, buddy?
Come here, Yai.
Yep. Yep.
Don't give up.
Yep. He gives me some, encouragement. Don't give up. Never give up. Follow your heart. Trust your instincts. We got it. So now we're back on our way to the Osaka house. Let us go. All around Fatal Frame and in the series, you'll find special ghosts that'll appear. And you can fill up like your ghost notebook by taking pictures of them. They give you extra points and just some extra stuff. You can unlock costumes or whatever if you have enough of them in certain situations. But we miss a lot of them. We just run past, all of them. We are going to see Miyako again. Okay, cool. We got to pick up some of the best film in this game. So this is like, oh, almost a spin, but I saved it. This is Primo Film. That is the best film in the game, the Zero film. Name of the game in Japan, Zero. Has the same kanji and everything. Now we gotta do one of these. One, 2, 3. Cool. Just gotta match up all the colors. Pretty easy. We have a couple more. Actually, a couple? 1? 2? I don't know. We have one more to do. And I'm actually going to grab the stone mirror here. What a stone mirror does is that if you die, it gives you an extra life. And we're just going to do that for safety, just in case. Because some of the ghosts were very misbehaving in some of my practice runs. So better safe than sorry. All right. That guy's just gonna chill there. He just talks a big game, but he's whatever. Now we got the key. We gotta go save Mayu. Don't worry, Mayu. I'm coming for you. We're gonna say hi to Miyako again. She's just here. She just wants more screen time. Hi, everybody. There she is. So she'll spawn out and then spawn back in. I hope she's not gonna spawn in front of me. Okay, that was good. She spawned next to me. That was kind of close, but we're fine. Did you see how far away I was when I interacted with this door? That's exactly what you want for everything. Anything I'd like to see in the remake? I would love to see no hand mechanic. So in the most recent Fatal Frames, there's a mechanic where you pick up items, but you do it very slowly. And sometimes there's a ghost hand that attacks you. And sometimes there's nothing. And it's just really slow. And I think it worked in 2008 when Fatal Frame 4 first came out, but I think it should stay in 2008. Okay. So you saw a little crouched ghost in that building. She is the bane of many runners. She can absolutely destroy your run. That is Chitose. Itsuki, that's his little sister. And we'll see her in a little bit. But she is the actual ultimate boss in this game. Oh, did we get another bridge ghost? Oh no. False alarm. I thought we got another one. That's okay, we can't be greedy. One bridge ghost blessing is enough for us. Okay, so now we are going to fight Tweedledee and Tweedledum. This fight is actually kind of hard. They're very close to each other. And we have to do very specific things when we're fighting them. So we want to hit them with a Fatal Frame combo, but we don't want to hit them with a full combo. We want to hit them with 2. They are close to each other, so we'll see how it goes. I was too early. So that's bad. Come on, buddy. Alright, so that's why that's bad. Because if you don't hit him with 2 exactly, he'll do that swipe attack. Come on. And then sometimes they'll block for each other like that. Oh my goodness. They'll block for each other and you won't be able to hit them. All right, we got him. Now we just need one more. All right, come on, buddy. All right, cool. I was hoping I would get a double shot with one of those, but yeah, he decided no. All right, I'm out of here. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Honestly, I would say Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and then the first room where you fight the 2 ghosts. Those are the hardest fights in this game, for me anyway. All right, let us go save Mayu. Don't worry, Mayu, I'm coming for you. So we open this. What? Mayu's gone. She just spirited out of here. She did leave us a note, though. She's like, yo, Mio, I'm out of here. So we're going to play as her again. All right. She's just following the Crimson Butterflies. Honestly, she's taking good advice. She's like, when in doubt, just follow the Crimson Butterflies. I mean, that's what we're doing. So she's not exactly in the wrong. And we'll find out who the Crimson Butterflies are later. Once we get closer to the end. All right, so we gotta go chase after. We gotta go get her. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes stair skating just doesn't want to happen. It's usually pretty consistent on that staircase, so I'm kind of surprised I missed that one. There's a couple staircases where I'm like, I just never get them. I don't know. Like, the staircases are in my head. They know what I'm going to do before I do, and they're like, no stair skating for you, buddy. All right, cool. We got that one. Let's get out of here. All right, so now we're going to go to the third house. Remember how I said there was different houses? We've been to Osaka. I don't remember what this one is. I don't remember what this house is called. But we're going to go to the Kiryu house. Bridge Ghost, are you going to go to me? Oh, maybe? No, okay. Sometimes in that camera angle, she's like, hi, everybody. But I guess not that time. All right, let us go back. And before we get there, it's going to make us do good old... We have to open this door by taking a picture of someplace else. So we get this cutscene real quick. Yep. Okay. Oh, another spin. That was a big spin. You can also see ghosts all around the game. Like, there was a ghost on the bridge there. You see some ghosts in the background. You can take pictures of all those ghosts. I don't, for obvious reasons, but they're pretty cool. It does really, you do find a lot of really cool ghosts that way. All right, cool. Take a picture of that. Well. We got to take a picture of a well. There's a quick turn in this game as well, which it's pretty nice. You can only do it while you're in camera mode, but we use it for a couple fights. The very first two-person fight, it's very nice because first ghost that is attacking you spawns directly behind you. So, you just turn around and he's usually getting ready to do his attack. So it's a pretty easy setup. But here we go. Oh, I almost missed it there. Oh my goodness. Cool. All right, so we got this one, and now we're gonna do. Oh, the Kiryu house is one of. For your first playthrough of a game, the Kiryu house is very. The layout is kind of confusing. There's a lot of turns. There's a lot of narrow hallways. A lot of the rooms look kind of similar. So I remember in my first playthrough of this game, way long ago, that was a place where I got lost in for quite a while. But once you learn which turns and whatever to take, it's actually a pretty good, easy way to navigate through the entire thing. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Chapter 6, The Remaining. There is 9 chapters in this game. If in this mode, there's 9 chapters in this mode. Shout out to the Xbox lighting rendering right there. All right, those 2 little ghosts. That's Azami and Akane. They were also twins. They also did the ritual. The ritual involves one twin basically killing the other twin, and that twin turns into a crimson butterfly, and they reunite, basically. They go together again. So after Akane killed her twin, she was understandably very distraught, very sad. So her father, who's a doll maker, decided, let's make the most lifelike looking doll that we possibly can. And we're going to treat her like the sister that was part of the ritual. What happens when you give a scary doll like that human properties and, a human soul is bad things happen. Bad things happen. So now we have to find the correct one, because the fake one will come out and then the real one will come out. You can tell which one is different by the way they say, "Why do you kill?" So this is the fake one. If they don't elongate the Y, then it is the fake one. So we're going to listening for, "Why do you kill?" Like that. Perfect. All right, I need her away from the wall. Cool. All right. So you can either get unlucky, very unlucky, or very lucky with this. Rule of thumb, if you don't get her on the third try, it's pretty much over. I gotta switch. It's pretty much over if you don't get her on the third try. I've had runs where she has She has refused to show up like 7-8 times, and it is crazy. We're gonna hope that she doesn't do that here. We have to fight her 2 more times. But as you saw, once we do get the right one, and it's very easy to tell which one's which. It's a really cool fight, especially when you're just learning, because you can use your camera to shoot the fake one, and she'll just basically, just disappear. Like, you won't do any damage, you won't get any points, she'll just disappear, and you're like, oh, what happened? And if you examine how they also look a little bit different. So you're like, okay, maybe I should do this one. I just listen for it because it's easier and earlier. Because the second you hear her say, "Why do you kill?" that is, you know. All right, now we got to go take a picture of dear old dad, or the doll maker. He's chilling in this room because he's like, I must make the dolls. So he's locked up in that room, and to make him unlock it, you basically have to take a picture of him and wait in this room. Now you may say, why am I leaving if I have to wait? Well, you can hug this door and be as far out as possible. This counts as me in the room. So now look at the bottom right. You see that filament? Once it goes completely blank, door is unlocked. So we're just going to be looking at it. And it's blank. All right, cool. Door's unlocked. We're good to go. Nice. All right. Now we got to get this. Dollmaker is basically, that says that he spread around parts of the doll, and to vanquish the evil spirit, we have to put the doll together again. So now we got to go find parts of the doll. Dolls are scary. They're very scary to me. I've always been uneasy. We'll say uneasy around them. All right, before we do that, we do have to grab a spirit stone because we have more that we have to upgrade in a bit. But we need the spirit stone right there. Excuse me. Also, those 2 little girl ghosts can spawn in literally any room. They're usually not crazy spawners, but sometimes you'll just see one of them just standing there menacingly, and you're just like, or like her, Azami, she's like just standing there, menacingly. All right, cool, we got those. That does force you to look at those, so just a little trick, like I use the while I'm still in the camera, I try to face Mio in the direction that she has to go. This staircase, I'm so bad at oh, never mind. I'm pretty good at getting the stairs gate. I don't know. I'm always so bad at getting the stairs gate on that staircase. That actually surprised me. All right, cool. So now we got that. We have two more pieces to get. 2 more. So we got to go get her head, and then we have to get her eyes. It's an old saying where eyes are like the door to the soul or whatever. So the doll is not complete unless we have the eyes. And the doll maker knows that, you know, dear old dad knows that, which is why he's guarding the eyes. So after we get this little one, also for whatever reason, this one always lags. Come on, Xbox 360, go! All right, cool. And we're out of there. Sick. I don't know why. That just, it always lags. I have no clue why. Oh, there she is. She's just standing there menacingly. All right, we have to take a picture and then we have to upgrade our camera. Okay, cool. So let us go. And we got to go to the corner up over. Oh, add to the spin counter. Cool. Because right now we're running 14 film. 14 film is bad. It's not good. We want 90 film. I want sensitivity. Wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna go fight the doll maker. The doll maker he's a fight. He basically, he'll teleport around a lot at the beginning, and you can't really get a fatal frame on him. You can't get a 0 shot or a fatal frame on him. You'll see what I mean right here. So he'll spawn right here, right in front of us. So now we just don't want him to spawn in the walls. Where are you, buddy? I don't want him to spawn in the walls. I want him to spawn like in places like that. Okay, don't. And basically we're waiting for him to attack with his dolls. So I'm standing in the very middle of the room because I don't want him to spawn in a room. There we go. So hitting him once will make him drop the dolls, and then it'll give us a 0 shot right there. So we use blast. I didn't want to kill him, but I guess that's okay. Sometimes I got a just kill, so I literally barely killed him, which is not ideal. You want to do a blast, and then you want to get another 0 shot to replenish your spirit energy, because I'm going to have to fight the dolls again right now. And I need blast for that. But it's fine. It'll only take one more shot to kill the dolls. But yeah, that fight is kind of depending. Yeah, he was actually pretty good on that one because he was spawning pretty quickly and he was spawning in pretty good spots. So he just took, I don't know. He literally, when you get just kill, it's like you don't get any special shot. Why am I stuck there? Okay. You basically barely do enough damage. All right, cool. Now we got to go put it together. We got to go put a zombie together and take care of her. And I'm actually on pretty good pace, knock on wood, because the first couple fights were very, very nice. All right, we got to do this little one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. She's going to attack, so we got to run all the way to the right. Cool. And then after she's done attacking, I just want to run away as far as possible. All right, we got the wrong one. We're just going to aggro her. Run away as far as possible. Does this actually change her spawn? I have no idea. But it seems to kind of work. All right, so see that I didn't have blast, so I didn't kill her. All right, we actually got a really good secondary spawn right there. She spawned right in front of us, ready to attack. So that was negligible time loss, if any, which is really nice. All right, cool. Let us get out of here. She's actually been very, very nice to us, which is pretty cool. The last run I did for this, I had a 7 change in that room where it took her 7 tries to get out. I was losing my mind, but that is very, very nice. So we're actually on pretty darn good pace. All right, cool. The bad thing is, after that, Mio did drop her camera obscura. And dropping her camera obscura, that's our line of defense. That's bad. And to reflect that, the camera is now in black and white. That's very bad. If you get touched on this, you die. We don't want to die. We don't want to get, touched by anything in this. And we're being chased by Sai, the big, big bad. Ow. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay, cool. Sometimes that staircase also messes me up, but we got it. We're gonna keep running. Later. So yeah, this part is actually super tenseful because, like I said, if you get touched, you're dead. You have no camera obscura to defend yourself. You're just Mio right here. This is a lot of movement. We gotta go. We want to be as efficient as possible, take very tight lines. All right, so it's basically, that cutscene is just Sai trying to get you to open the door. You know, she's chasing you, she wants you to, yeah. We're trying to get out of here. We're gonna get this Polonia key. Why did you leave me back there? Now, it's gonna look very scary right now, but don't worry. Okay, do you see how close she was? As long as you run, you're completely fine. It looks scary, but you're completely fine. Yep, we'll skip that. And we need to get one more thing, which means we gotta go back. But first, we gotta figure out that we need to get one more thing. That's another flag that we have to trigger. So it's like, there's only one doll there. We saw where the other doll was. It's where we got the Polonia key earlier. So we're gonna make our way that way.
Is that you?
So you can hear her voice changing between Sai and Mayu. It's just, first off, to trick Mio, but to show the kind of possession that Mayu's going through. I know it's not gonna get me, but it's still scary. All right, and this one is a little easier, this puzzle. You just need to get them facing each other. So it is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. And then once again, she's like, don't forget about me. And we just gotta run. We're out of here. Cool. And this is like one of the best ways to show how far you can interact with a door. You see how far away you can be when you interact with a door? It's really cool. It's hard to take advantage of it on literally every door, but if you can, it's very nice. All right, so now we gotta go get our camera back. Because this game would be would end right now if we didn't do that. But we still got some stuff to do. All right, so that ghost is like just there to be like, yo, don't go this way, go get your camera. Which is, you know, it's pretty nice of them. All right, we're gonna go back down to this scary hallway. We'll get our camera right over here. Hello, mister. Yeah, that's just a fake out right there. All right, let's go. Okay, so what we want to do here is now we can actually explore the area that Saya was chasing us in because she's not chasing us anymore. So yay. We're gonna go. All right, so we're gonna open this door right behind this curtain. Let's see if I can get the. Oh, she didn't turn at the end. Sometimes you can get an immediate turn to face you right towards the door once you go past the curtain, but I did not get it right there. That's okay. All right, so now that we have that open, we're out of here. Ooh, this is a little... Okay, good. I got the good line there. Sometimes you run into that little plant thing, and Mio will get stuck on it, but I didn't, so that's good. Yay. You heard that bell. That bell signifies that it is now Chitose's time to shine. And we'll see her again. But she is genuinely one of the hardest parts of this game. If she doesn't cooperate, that is. Alright, let's go say hi. We just gotta go check on Mayu real quick. Sadly, we don't see one of the coolest ghosts in this game, the dropping ghost. She's really cool. I do recommend, you know, playing through a regular playthrough for yourself, because there's a lot of really cool ghost enemies that you just don't see in the speedrun. And she's one of my favorites. There she is. Give me back my brother. So, like I said earlier, Itsuki, he was a twin that did the ritual with his brother Mutsuki, and Chitose didn't understand why only Itsuki came back, basically. So it's pretty sad, honestly. But she has very bad eyesight. That's why she rings the bell. And we are going to... First, we need to go to Nighty Film, and then we have to go... we need blasting. Okay, sick. We're gonna be kind of tight on points, but we should be fine. All right. Where are you, girl? Okay, so she did the exact thing I didn't want her to do. She spawned in the wall, and then she did her crying attack. Her crying attack, what it does is it'll make everything dark the way she sees it. That's actually good. I wanted to get hit. Ah, she was in the wall. That's fine. She makes everything dark, because like I said, her eyesight's very bad. Where is she? She's in the wall again. And she did it. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Where are you, girl? Come on, attack me. Come on. Come on. Please? Where are you? She's right there. Please? Hello? Okay. Chitose, please, I'm begging you. I'm gonna look up and hope that she... I just need her to... Come on, girl. Nope, she's in the wall again. There's no way she did it 3 times in a row. I've never seen her do it 3 times in a row. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to just follow the filament and hope that she attacks me again like she did earlier. But she is not cooperating. I don't even know where she is, actually. Come on. We're gonna go back over here. Hope that she attacks us. I've genuinely never seen her just spam this attack. I don't even know. I just want her to attack me. That way we can get another fatal frame like we got earlier. Please, where are you? I'm trying to be in this bigger area so she can... There's no way. Wow. That's crazy. Yes? Yes? Attack? No? I just gotta hope that she pops out soon or she attacks me. But this is... like, I've never seen her just do this attack over and over and over again. Like, I don't know if she's... There's no way she's bugged. Maybe she is. This is crazy. Because I don't even think she's spawning out in here. Well, there's always a chance that this happens. This is why she's the ultimate boss of this game, because she just does this and it doesn't matter how good of a time your run is. It's just, yeah. Okay. Come on. Maybe I'm gonna try to go downstairs and see if that... Because I've genuinely never seen her just spam this attack, so I don't know if, like, something happened. Come on, girl. Come on. I need one more shot and I got her. I'm gonna just try to go down here. In the remake, I want her to not spawn in walls. How about that? Come on. She's just not cooperating. I don't even... She's under me. Oh, Chitose. Oh, Chitose, you silly girl. Please just attack me. That was an accident. She's in the wall again. I'm gonna run to this side. Oh, thank God. We did it. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was genuinely the worst one I've ever seen. I don't even know what to say. Okay. So that's Chitose. There she is. We have to fight her 2 more times. But that's the hardest one because of how small that hallway is. Oh, I was actually on PB pace before that.
It's the what? Luck of the draw. Huh?
Luck of the draw. I was actually on Xbox version world record pace before that. But
It's always you know in your head is like you're on the pace and then the run just gonna do something backed up.
man, that's pretty funny.
Well, maybe Chuck give you a round of sympathy for the loss there, because I know the feeling all too well. Hey, you know what though? It's more motivation to grind for the next one. Right?
Exactly. We're so close.
Exactly. They can follow twitch.tv/cloudmark27 and TikTok and YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube. There you go.
That was a good plug transition right there.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, though, like, the fact that you're on world record pace on a GDQ is, I don't know, I feel like you might get something soon.
I was
Especially with the hype going to the remake, so.
yeah, the remake is so hype. I'm so excited for the remake. Super pumped.
Oh, that reminds me, did you play the Wii remake?
I did play the remake, yeah. Deep Crimson
How is
Butterfly. It takes elements from Fatal Frame 4. So it has a hand thing and it's over the shoulder. But other than that, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 remake.
Huh.
You do get the Mario and Luigi costume. It's pretty cool. All right, where are you? Probably only get one here. Oh, I got two. Nice. Okay, so for here, I just like to look up into this corner. I don't know why. She seems way more aggressive whenever I look up into that corner. You're not gonna give me a perfect 3, are you? No, she might do her cry right here, which is fine. Because if we time it right, we can counter her cry. And I just need one more. Which she'll give me right here. Alright, bye Chitose. That was a pretty good 3. Pretty good Chitose 3. I was, if she just gave me that fatal frame instead of the cry, then that would have actually been a perfect Chitose 3, but we got a really good 2 as well. But that is it. Now we are going to save Mayu. Hopefully this time. And she's not there again. Classic Mayu, making us go through everything, and then she's like, I'm gonna go play with my ghost friends. We'll take that. All right, cool. But surprise, surprise, she actually runs back in here and she's like, yo, I'm tired of my ghost friends. Let's get out of here, Mio.
The ritual. It's beginning.
All right. She's right. We gotta go to the old tree. But first, we gotta change our film. Oh my goodness. This part, whenever you're changing your film, you can kind of see your IGT, so you like use that to like measure where you are. And that's how I knew I was on world record pace. I was like, because whenever I would change my film, I was like, oh man, we're doing pretty good. But usually right there, you want to be like 104, 105. I was at 112. And all of that was at Chitose. That's actually crazy. Okay. Besides that, we're going to go to this tree. And it's another classic one. Go over here, do this thing, then you'll be able to open up this tree. So, excuse me, Mayu. We got places to be. You actually can't stair skate on these stairs. These are the only stairs that you can't stair skate on because they're not like actual stairs. They're like just kind of like a slope. So you can see that she's not doing her stair animation. She's just kind of running. All right, let's go back to following the scary ghosts. Cool, cool, cool. Oops. Team? Table? Okay. I don't know why that first one didn't hit, but that is okay. So basically that's like you can escape the village through a little tunnel back there. You just gotta open it. So now our next mission is we gotta figure out how we're gonna open it. And to do that, we gotta go back to the old tree. All right, Mayu, come on. All right, so there's gonna be actually a ghost that's gonna spawn when we come down here. He's just gonna yell at us, and then he's gonna like try to summon stuff, but we're just gonna ignore him. But he is gonna come back during the second to last fight, and he's kind of scary. You'll see him right here.
Accept your destiny.
So he just yells at us.
The sacrifice.
As the sacrifice. All right, cool. So we run back there, and like Mayu's like, all right, I'm out. I'm burning. Cool. The Tsuchihara grave. All right, cool. So what we have to do is we have to collect talismans for every single family. So we got to go back to the Osaka house. Let us go back. Like I said earlier, sometimes the villagers will just spawn and try to impede your progress. Usually they spawn when you hit this bridge if they're gonna spawn. Okay, so they didn't do it this time. Sometimes when you go, like I don't know if it's like a certain trigger where if like you run past a certain area and it's like, does it go spawn, yes or no? Because I've seen them spawn like right here, and it's weird because they usually 9 out of 10 times when they do spawn is when I hit that first bridge. So I don't know if it's a rare chance or whatever. But we gotta go see Itsuki for the last time. He's been chilling. He's waiting for us. Itsuki actually helps Yae escape from the village the first time because he went through the ritual. He doesn't want Yae and Sae to experience that, so he's trying to help them escape. So we got to go in here. We can actually, the key that we got, we can finally open his cell. He gets thrown in the cell because he did help us escape. Or Yae, I say us, but you know, Yae.
Yai, if I can save you.
So fun fact, during this cutscene in the PS2 version, you can actually pick up the Zero film, but in the Xbox version, you have to wait until it's done. I don't know why that is. It's just interesting. Okay, so now each talisman that we have to pick up is guarded by a boss ghost that we fought in before. So at the Osaka house, it's guarded by the hunched over lady, or Sadako, when she crawls out of the well. First, we got to change our camera up. We have to... Oh, I'm a little short, but that is okay. I'm 60 points short, which is not a big deal because I will get 60 points when I do this first one. It is nice to have it fully upgraded before. I don't think it should change anything, but we'll see. So we have to be quick with these because it is a very tight window. All right, so now we want to blast. Wonderful. Okay. And she should still be there, and then she should just run at us. She should just run at us. There we go. Okay, maybe that did. That's interesting. Okay, she'll just run at us again. Usually it only takes 3 shots, but I guess because I was short one, it's gonna take another one. But I mean, she just does that. All right, so we got the Osaka crest. And now we have to go face Azami and Akane again for the last time. Also, these little kid ghosts spawn over here. They're playing hide and seek, and one of them, you just heard him right there. He's like, "Can I come out now?" And like, you can just leave. Like, you don't have to do anything with them. And then later you'll hear the little girl be like, "Not yet." It's like talking over it, maybe. Oh, there she is. So yeah, it's always funny because they're all setting up this game. They're like, "Yeah, Mio's gonna do this stuff with us," and I'm just like, "Yeah, see ya." Oh, that reminds me, I gotta switch to 61 film here. I need that 90 film, so I cannot use it for this fight. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go back up to that staircase that always destroys me for stair skating. We gotta go back up here, and she's just one of them. Oh my goodness. Azami's just gonna be standing here menacingly, because that is her favorite thing to do. She's gonna show us a secret door. So we just go over this way. Lo and behold, a secret door. So this is where the Kiryu crest? The Kiryu crest is. Mio, thank you. And this is where the last fight is. Okay, so we want to aggro her as quickly as possible. Cool. And then once she does her attack, we want to get out of here. And hopefully the correct one spawns. And she does. Where is she? Cool. That was perfect. I guess she saw what Chitose did to us, and she was like, "That's kind of cold, Chitose. We're not gonna be that mean." So she just decided to come out, which is pretty nice. All right, now we have to go fight my favorite ghost in this game and get the last crest. Oh, spin counter. I tell you, if the camera's changing or it's moving a little bit, if you even, you think about adjusting, and Mio's just like, spin. All right, here we go. Are we gonna get villagers? Do they want to say hi? Doesn't look like it. Okay, but Mayu was actually talking about this ghost earlier. When she said the Tsuchihara grave, that is where we have to go. That is where the last ghost, our last emblem or talisman that we have to pick up. So we're just making our way over there. To do that, we have to go through the big tree. Here we go. All right, cool. So we have to do a little setup to get her to come out. And we do have to pick up our last spirit stone so we can fully upgrade what we need. Blast. We need a level 3 blast for the last 2 fights. So that's what we gotta do. First, we're gonna run over here. We're gonna pick up our last spirit stone right there. We're gonna run towards this. Take a picture. And this is like, now you gotta go take a picture of the correct gravestone. So let us run. This boy will spawn. Luckily, we can just... Hello? Okay, that was a little weird. Wait, I didn't get it. Oh my god. Team? Okay, that was interesting. So here's my favorite ghost. We gotta change to Nighty Film. Oops. This is the bent neck lady. I think she's neat. Cool. So she's doing her thing. We want to get another fatal frame combo on her. And she's done. Now we just gotta wait for her to despawn. Yeah, she's a really cool ghost. I think she's awesome. Now we're gonna go to our 0 film, and we're gonna add a spirit orb, and this is powered up to full. All right, there's 2 fights left in this game, and we just gotta get there. First fight being Ryokan. I was talking about him earlier. He is the head priest here, and he's the one who basically did the ritual for the Kusabi and the ritual for the closing of... It's basically a gate to hell. Okay, this one's easy. It's just 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hooray. All right, cool. We got that. All right, Mayu, let's go. And here's the final chapter, Crimson Butterfly. All right, so the whole point of getting those talismans was there was a place to come to get out of the village over here. This is how Yae and Sai tried to escape the first time. And this is how we're going to try to escape. But ghosts come to attack us. They spirit away Mayu. We got to go get her. So don't worry, Mayu. I'm coming for you. And we'll get a little, we're like, but where did she go? Well, this will give us a little, she's this way. They're basically reenacting the ritual to like close the gate. So you can see all this stuff happening right here. All right, let's go, Mio. We got to get there. Oh, also, fun fact, you can control the flashlight with the right stick. I don't know if I said that earlier, but it's fun. All right, cool. Yeah, when it turns pure white and it flashes on you. It's very bright. But we know where that is. We're going to see. This is the last chance for Bridge Ghost to make an appearance. She did bless the run earlier, but I guess it wasn't... Well, I mean, Azami was very good this run, but Chitose was... Chitose. So, that was okay. All right, we'll see if she comes out again. Oh, I thought we were going to get attacked right there, but I guess not. Sometimes the villagers will spawn right when you go down those steps. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Is she coming back? Oh, first cutscene. Okay, now, is she coming back? Bridge ghost, bridge ghost, bridge ghost. I don't think so. She already appeared once, so I don't... Oh. No, she just made sounds. She's just like, yeah, I'm here, but I made my debut. I'm out. All right, so now we have to follow Yae's path for the ritual. Mayu is following Sai's path, so we got to follow Yae. And it's actually really cool to see I'm saying a bunch of names, and a lot of these names are like repeated in Fatal Frame 3 and in Fatal Frame 1. Because obviously Yae escapes this village and she goes to the Himuro Manor, which is Fatal Frame 1, and she gets got in Fatal Frame 1. She's also Miku's great grandmother, something like that. So there's another cool connection between them. Yay, connections. Whee! That is the most important stair skate in the game. If you fail the stair skate with Mayu right there, you may as well reset. There's just no reason to go on.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but you see, okay, that's another. They're basically doing the ritual,
Together.
and it's like Yae came back, and Mayu's a stand-in for Sae, and we're gonna do the opposite way. We're gonna be the stand-in for Yae. Huh. Oh, she wanted to spin on the stairs, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So she only half spun right there. You have to go this way, or I'm pretty sure it doesn't let you go through the door if you don't go this way. Whee! All right, here we go. There we go. Yae, you finally come. There we go. Now we're gonna...
Waiting and waiting.
Let's do this. This is Ryokan. This is one of the harder fights to actually learn. It was actually very difficult for me to learn this fight when I first started running this game. But through some tweaking and like countless times doing this fight, he spawned in the wall. Okay, we just gotta wait for him to spawn again. Oh, that's not a good spawn for him. He's gonna run at me. Alright. That's fine. And he's dead. Okay, so we level up Blast and we use Zero, and we equip the Zero film right after the bent neck lady, specifically for this guy. You need to kill him in the one rotation, or he basically runs away and his two lackeys right there will start attacking you. That is the absolute worst case scenario that you want. But luckily, he dies in one fully upgraded Blast Zero film combo, a Fatal Frame combo. And then just one regular shot, which is usually you want to do the regular shot and then he'll attack you, which is, wow, that was the weirdest spin I've ever seen Mio try to do. And that's like the perfect way to do it, but that was actually a really good fight. He attacked me fairly quickly, and then he spawned in a really good spot for me to get him. So that was a pretty darn good fight. There's not like any huge glitches in this game. The biggest one, I guess you could say, is the stair skating.
We'd always be together. So you ran away.
All right, so now we have one fight left. The Kusabi. The Kusabi. First, we got to get there. This is a very long, very long tunnel system, and we're going to be attacked by a lot of people. So Mio's got to put on her dodging shoes. Hoop, hoop. Excuse me. I think there's 5 more I have to dodge. Once you know the route, it's pretty easy to. Like this one coming up, you want to be on the left to start. And then once you see him, you just hug the right wall. And he won't get you. And then right after this corner, another one is gonna spawn. So you just aggro his attack, and then when he does that, you do a quick turn right there. Boom, you're ready to go. All right, cool. And you still want your movement to be good. You still want to hug the walls. You want to take the least amount of movement as possible. And now this dodge is kind of hard. You have to get the stair skate on this one, because if you don't, you're not fast enough to dodge the ghost on the stairs. And before that, we have to pick up some nighty film, because we don't have enough film to kill the boss unless he gives me the perfect fight. But he's not going to do that. So, oop. So if you do the stair skate correctly like that, you can bait out his attack and then just zoom past him. If you don't get the stair skate, you have to take a hit and then you just go past him. But taking a hit, always bad. You never want to do that.
Finally come for me. You finally come. We can be.
But we're coming up to the final fight over here.
I knew you would come for me. I kept waiting and waiting.
And we're going to see some familiar faces right here.
Continue the ritual.
We'll see Azami and Akane. This is the site of the ritual. So there they are. You gotta feel bad for them. They're so, oof. The ritual is not fun. I'll tell you that. All right, so now we're gonna spawn the Kusabi. Gotta go through these torii gates. And we're going down. Cool. All right, so this guy, he has 2 attacks, a 0 shot and a fatal frame combo. We want him to do the fatal frame combo twice, and that is the perfect Kusabi kill. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't do the 0 shot because that makes this fight a whole lot longer. So we aggro him right there, and we gotta get him in. Nice, he did. Okay, so we only had 1 0 shot right there, so I gotta be quick. Okay, cool. I actually got 2 shots on him right there. Wow, he actually did give me the double fatal frame combo. I didn't hit him with the full first fatal frame combo, so that's not going to kill him, but he should die in 1 more hit. If I hit that first fatal frame combo, that would have been the perfect fight, which is actually crazy because I have the world record for this on the PS2 version, and my Kusabi fight is disgustingly bad on that version. And I seem to only get the perfect Kusabi fight when Chitose or somebody else is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyway, time is going to come up once we run to Mayu the second time. So, in a couple seconds here. All right, so Mayu's just standing here, also menacingly, and our time is coming up in now. Yay!
GG.
Man, we still had a 135 even with that Chitose.
I'm sorry about the unlucky. Hey, it was going really good until then.
Yeah. It was still a good run. Still had a great time. Hooray.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you all so much for cheering me on. I do appreciate that. Even with that, all the bad things that went on, it was still very fun. It was still very cool. Thank you all so much for having me.
Absolutely. Really quick, if anyone did want to check out more Cloudmark, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me at Cloudmark27 here on Twitch. I'm also on TikTok and YouTube. More TikTok than YouTube. I post a lot of stuff there. That's the best places to find me. I do speedrun Fatal Frame, other horror games like White Day, and we're going to be learning Silent Hill F coming up. So
it shall be an exciting time for that.
Exciting. Very exciting. But thank you so much for having me.
Fatal Frame 2 remake when it comes out.
100%. 100% we're learning that. I'm hyped.
Anyway, as you're saying?
Thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate it. Big shout out to you, Mr. Ecdysis. Thank you so much for having me. Big shout out to our previous runner, Casual Speedrun. It was a great Siren run. I was watching it before, getting ready for this. Very, very cool. Go follow them too. All the other Fatal Frame runners, give us all the support. Fatal Frame's back. Get ready for Fatal Frame 2 remake early next year. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be great.
Definitely big cheers to that, and big cheers to you, Cloudmark. Thank you once again for that run of Fatal Frame 2. As well, if you did enjoy the run, do make sure to check out Cloudmark27 at the link in chat, and, you know, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all that. You can find them there. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Speedruns from the Crypt. It was fun taking a look into some of the different Japanese horror games. Hopefully we'll have more for you coming soon. It is entering the spooky season, so hopefully we'll have a lot of fun with that. As well, before we do go, I do want to say thank you to anyone who did give subs, cheer bits, or anything they like, as the support does help GDQ Hotfix during the interim between events. As well, if you missed out on Crosshair or Speedruns from the Crypt, you can stay tuned as we replay both shows right after this. You can also tune in Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Fast Travel and Passion Project. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of the day or night, and take it easy.